Hi, if you are a woman 35 plus and you are trying to conceive for several months without success, or maybe if you had several unsuccessful IVF procedures, or maybe you had miscarriages, I'm here to help you to understand what's going on in your body and how to address it in the best way. Just a few words about me. I am Paulina Leroy, and I'm a holistic wellness coach for women. I work with women on mental and physical level, and I've been medical intuitive healer for over 12 years, and I always combine all those aspects, mental and physical, emotional and spiritual and physical together, because they influence each other greatly, and it's hard to see where it all begins actually. But let's get to pre-pregnancy detox. First, I want to say a few words why it's so important to do pre-pregnancy detox. Look at those numbers. Approximately 60-70% of infants born in the United States actually born jaundiced, which means with compromised liver. Why do you think this is happening? 1 out of 4 babies will be diagnosed with eczema within the first year of their life. If we look at the autism, 1 out of every 36 children is diagnosed with autism in 2020, compared to in 2010, it was only 1 in 68. You see how those numbers are rising? And according to the CDC website, more than 40% of school-age children actually will have some kind of chronic health condition. Allergies, obesity, asthma, or eczema, or autism. And this is very important. And here's why. What's causing all these problems and health conditions? In a study spearheaded by Environmental Working Group, researchers found that in the umbilical cord, there were 287 different chemicals, industrial chemicals, and pollutants. And 180 of them actually carcinogenic and cause cancer. 217 a toxin to brain and nervous system, and here's your autism. And 208 cause birth defects and abnormalities. So what's important to understand, I want to shift your perspective. And if you will take anything out of this video, I want you to take this perspective with you, that your goal is not to get pregnant. Pregnancy is not the goal. Your goal is actually to have a healthy child, because that's what really matters. Nothing is more difficult for women than to see her child suffering. Trust me, it's heartbreaking. And if you want to do something about it, do it now before you get pregnant. Because when you put your baby in this soup of toxic chemicals that's in your body, your baby will have to spend there for 9 months. And all these toxins that are in your body will be passed to your baby, and that will cause eventually some health problems. So let's talk about most common misconceptions about infertility. What I see is what's commonly named and pointed as infertility reason is only a factor that is associated with the root cause of infertility, but it's not cause itself. For example, lack of regular ovulation or in general irregular periods, endometriosis, or blocked or damaged fallopian tubes, hormonal imbalances, weight gain, age, right? All of those factors, they usually considered reason why a woman is infertile. But question you need to ask yourself, if you have any of those symptoms, is what actually is causing those problems in the first place? Because if that's happening in your body, then there is a reason for that, right? So what is the reason for all these symptoms? What is the reason for weight gain? What is the reason for endometriosis? What is the reason for irregular periods or any hormonal imbalance? And here's what's causing it. The true reason behind mystery infertility is actually low-grade viral infection or bacterial infection and toxic heavy metals in the body, and DDT and other pesticides, radiation that can settle down in reproductive system, or it can settle down in the liver, and the liver is associated with all these toxins being present in the bloodstream and affecting reproductive system as well. Okay, so what's important to understand is that these are two main factors. Number one, low-grade viral or bacterial infection, and number two, too much toxins in your liver and your reproductive system. So what can we do in order to address it? Low-grade viral infection is or bacterial infection is actually what's causing PCOS, endometriosis, fibroids, inconsistent menstrual periods, thyroid problems, fallopian tube obstruction, and preeclampsia. Preeclampsia usually the condition that will develop through pregnancy, and it can cause stillbirth, premature baby, problems for mother like high blood pressure or kidneys or liver failing. It's a very serious condition, and there's some percentage of mothers who die from preeclampsia. I was one who had preeclampsia. Well, thanks God I didn't die, but I was very close to it. So I know what I'm talking about. So if we can take steps to avoid those conditions or minimize them, that's what we need to focus on. Let's take a look. What you need to do is you need to eliminate all those foods that you see here, and that will bring down the inflammation. All those foods, eggs, gluten, dairy, corn, soy, pork, inflammatory oils, they feed virus and bacteria in your body. So they pretty much feed in the low-grade viral infection that's happening in your body. So what we need to do in order to reduce inflammation in the body is to eliminate those foods, and it will starve out viruses and bacteria. It can be virus, it could be bacteria, it could be both. Okay, most likely both actually. So eliminating eggs, gluten, dairy, corn, soy, and pork, very important if you want to reduce inflammation in your body. Corn and soy are in this list because they are severely genetically modified, and pork in this list because it has a very special quality of fat. The fat that's in the pork will actually stay in the bloodstream for a very long time, and it will not be helpful when you try to reduce inflammation. Okay, so that's why we also try to eliminate pork out of your diet. Next thing we need to do is toxins that we need to actually remove from the body and reproductive system as well. Toxic heavy metals I already mentioned: mercury, copper, lead, cadmium, arsenic, all of them very toxic and unfortunately ubiquitous. They're everywhere in our life, and there's no way to avoid them completely. All we need to do is to minimize toxic exposure and remove them from the body. And I would say heavy metal detox should be part of your daily routine. That's the only one way to address it. Other toxins like parabens, phthalates, FUS can be found in personal care products, shampoo, conditioner, your lotion, your creams. All of them are very likely to have BPA, phthalates, and FUS. And through skin, they get inside the body and in the bloodstream. Herbicides, fungicides, microplastic is everywhere. It's found by scientists in our lungs, in our digestive system, in our heart, and of course in the placenta when woman is pregnant. So microplastic can pretty much get inside your womb and affect your baby's development. So what can we do in order to remove all these toxins from the body? Gentle liver detox is the best way to address it. What gentle liver detox does is it gives your liver a break, and through this break, liver can actually get some time to detoxify itself. When we talk about liver, what's important to understand is that the liver has two main functions. Okay, one function is producing bile in order to break down fats. Number two function is actually detoxify your body. Your liver is responsible for removing toxins out of the bloodstream and storing them until it has a chance to release them safely out of your body. Okay, so what's happening is when we eat lots of fat food, fat food for breakfast, even healthy fats, doesn't matter. Fat still counts. For breakfast, for lunch, snack, dinner. Your liver doesn't have time to actually detoxify itself. Liver doesn't have time to actually release all those accumulated toxins. And because of a huge amount of toxins that your liver is holding, it actually starts failing its one of the main functions, which is cleansing the bloodstream. And because of presence of all these toxins in the bloodstream, they can be spread around across the body and settle down in the reproductive system. So what we need to do is we need to help your liver to detoxify itself first, and it will improve its functioning in terms of cleansing the bloodstream and reproductive organs, brain, and the rest of the body. For the gentle liver detox, I recommend no fats, no gluten, grains, or beans, because they will slow down detox. And gluten, we already mentioned, gluten is contributing to inflammation in the body. So no gluten, no grains, no beans, no salt, because again, it will slow down detox. And instead, bring lots of hydrating foods and drinks. What do I mean by them? Lots of fresh fruits, lots of leafy greens, and lots of vegetables. That's the best way to actually do the gentle liver detox. That's the best and fastest way to bring down the inflammation in your body and to prepare your body for pregnancy. You're not just reducing inflammation, you actually bring into the body so much vitamins, minerals, phytochemicals, compounds that's so important for healthy pregnancy. So now you know what to do, and you can go ahead and start implementing it today. But if you're interested in my support, I'm holding Fertility Boost Holistic Wellness Program for women. So it's a group of women that are focused on healthy pregnancy. We do pre-pregnancy detox, which is also helpful in improving your chances to get pregnant naturally. And in this program, we actually work on physical aspect, mental aspect of pregnancy, emotional aspect, and spiritual aspects, because all of these aspects are incredibly important. Think about what kind of mental blocks you might have that could be contributing to your infertility. Usually that would be a subconscious fear to get pregnant. Think about, for example, what's the worst thing that will happen if you can get pregnant? What potentially your subconscious mind would be afraid of in terms of pregnancy? And also, what are your relationships with motherhood in general? What feelings you might hold against your own mother? These are all important questions to ask yourself and address. If you can, and I know you can, some women can, address all of those aspects by yourself on your own, you can do it. If you need help, and I know that many women do, because changing, let's be honest, changing your diet, changing lifestyle can be very hard. And for many women, it is almost impossible. Then I'm here to provide you support. Sometimes we need an expert opinion. We need some tweaks here and there to actually get the results that we want. And for best results, it's good to have an expert who can actually check your meal plan, check your detox plan, and customize it. Make sure that it's actually addressing your symptoms that you already have in your body, that it's addressing your body's needs. That's what's important. And I'm here to provide this help for you. So my program, I recommend actually to be in this program for 6 months, because that's a minimum time that your body should be on detox. That's the best way to prepare your body for pregnancy. I would say less than 6 months is not good enough, because again, we want to make sure that your body's actually clean enough to hold the baby for 9 months there. Okay. And we start this program with a one-on-one onboarding call with me. And this call will include intuitive body scan with me. I will go through your body and we'll make sure that we see all factors that contribute to your infertility or health. And then we have weekly group coaching sessions via Zoom. and all of them recorded and can be accessed at any time. During those calls, I address most important topics and also answer your questions. And each month we do the gentle liver detox. This is guided detox where we all do it at the same time. So it will work for everyone. It's actually much easier to do when you feel in the supportive community, when you feel how many women actually cheering you up with every little step that you make. Okay. And when you see other women actually succeeding, getting pregnant, getting healthier, it gives lots of inspiration and motivation to keep going. So supportive community, I think, is very important. And each week we also work on beliefs and trauma around motherhood, and we learn how to reactivate reproductive battery. Because energetically, your reproductive system can run on a very low battery right now, because for many years you've been sending the message, don't get pregnant, don't get pregnant, I don't want to get pregnant right now, but that's not for me, don't get pregnant. And when we send this message to our subconscious mind, to our body all the time, it's pretty much telling reproductive system don't function, don't exist. And what happens is that it loses its charge. And there's a way to activate your reproductive battery, and I teach women how to do it. So you know what to do, how to help your body to get pregnant, and how to prepare your body for healthy pregnancy. If you need my support, if you resonate with everything I say here, let me know, and I'll be happy to guide you through this. And in any case, I wish you very best luck in your motherhood journey.